From 12 to 18, I was a real menace, and I had lost really everything to live for.
By the time I was 16, I was addicted to heroin, abused crack cocaine, committed a lot of crimes, stole from my parents.
My parents had thrown me out of the house. I was in constant legal trouble.
I started to get real desperate and had suicidal thoughts and tendencies.
I came here for my interview because I was just pretty much sick of going in front of the courts and just sick of the old habits that I used to have, lying, cheating, and stealing.
I thought, that I'm gonna end up killing myself pretty young.
I was worried a lot coming here because one, it was a 6-month program, and I thought I couldn't really stick it out.
What are the kids like? What are the staff like? What's the facility like? Is it comfortable? Is it clean? Is the neighborhood? All that stuff. How will I get around?
What if I just don't have what it takes, to be able to live without drugs and alcohol?
As soon as I walked in here, everybody, all the residents and staff came up and introduced themselves to me, so that was really cool. I mean, it never happened to me. It made me feel welcome right then and there.
I grew up about 2 hours away in I guess you could call it a rural place out in western Massachusetts, and definitely wasn't a city boy or anything, even slightly like that when I first came here.
The most important thing on our minds as a staff at Cushing House is the safety of the residents, okay? I want those parents, when they're driving home after they drop their son off here, to feel very confident that he's going to be safe here.
Our routine is we get up at 6:45, our feet on the floor, and we get ready, we eat breakfast, take a shower, brush our teeth, do all personal hygiene. At 7:45, we go into the conference room and we do a morning meditation group. It keeps me focused throughout the day of why I should still be grateful that I'm still here.
On our days off, we were taking to field trips and going to the aquarium, going to the zoo, just learning how to use your free time to pursue your own interests.
We realized that, it's a family disease and the whole family is affected by this. And when I tell the parents that on the interview, they always shake their head and they say, yeah, you're right.
Me and my mother, we couldn't even talk to each other. She would come up here for the parent groups and we would just sit at a table and we would just stare at each other. We didn't know what to say to each other.
My parents and I were, butted heads like you wouldn't believe before I came into this place. I mean, I had really thrown them through the loop, something awful.
It was not all smooth sailing to repair the relationship with my parents, but I can say now it's all come together. It's really like a beautiful, healthy relationship now that I never had.
A couple months ago, she told me that she loved me, and I haven't heard that in a year, and I never thought I'd hear those words again. She also gave me my 1-year medallion at a meeting. As soon as she started crying, the tears started coming from me. It's the best experience I ever had.
We feel that it's a vital, important component to recovery, and we're trying to get the whole family well.
The turning point for me was that I could never even envision that there was another life available, or that I even wanted it, that I even wanted to change.
Here I go, here I go, here I go.
They taught me about prayer and meditation, and that's what I do every morning and night, and that's what keeps me here today, and it keeps me in the day.
Nobody comes dancing in here, but sometimes, the light goes off when they're here, and they realize that sober's better.
They do a lot for you here. They try to help you the best they can, and they expect you to put a lot of work into it too.
After I got my GED, I enrolled in Bunker Hill Community College. I was able to transfer to UMass Boston right down the street. I was able to stand out academically, and I did a study abroad program in Europe. I studied in England, at Oxford actually, and that was a great experience.
They come back when they graduate and they try to give back what was freely given to them.
I found it now as a graduate to be the most important thing I do, to come back here and and be able to give back, because it helps me. It's very important to me.
The counselors, they really seem to care, and they seem to genuinely, understand what we were going through and to be able to relate to us.
My message to somebody thinking about coming here is try it. Try something different.
And I'm grateful that I'm actually here today, because I know if I wasn't here today, I would either be in jail right now or I'd be dead.
Everybody can do it in here. There isn't one kid who's ever come in here that couldn't do it, okay? All you need is a willingness and an open mind. That's all that's required.